In this session, I'm going to walk you through how to use the Comets Abroad portal and specifically how to find programs. So to get started, we're going to click the Find a Program button on this left-hand navigation menu, and I'll be taken to a page that has 3 different search tools that I can use to find programs. I'll be walking you through these individually, but let's start with the Program Discovery tool. This is an interactive search tool that allows you to find programs based on a specific keyword or multiple keywords, similar to how you would perform a Google search. So if I click Discover Programs, I'll be taken to the Program Discovery tool, where I can type in the search keywords that I want in this text box. Let's say I'm interested in taking courses in biology and I want to focus on programs in Asia. So I type in biology and Asia in that search field. Let's also say that I'm interested in going abroad in the spring. So I select spring from the drop-down menu. Now this is telling me how many matches I have. It says I have 157 program matches to look at. So I click this button and I'm taken to the list of programs, and I see individual tiles for each of those program matches. Those tiles are going to give you some basic information about the program. For example, the program name, the location of the program, the terms that it's offered, and a short description if we've provided one. I also want to point out 2 other important parts of that tile. Along the bottom, you'll see a green bar. This is indicating how strong of a match that program is for the terms that you've used to search. So this is telling me that City University of Hong Kong is an 89% match based on biology, Asia, and spring. The programs that are most relevant will be listed towards the top and will have a longer green bar. Programs that are less relevant will be listed at the bottom. Those will have a lower match strength and that bar will be shorter. You can see that as I continue to scroll down. The other part that I want to mention is this heart icon. This is a way that you can save programs for later if you want to return to them. As long as you're not in private or incognito mode, you can return to the Program Discovery tool later and you'll be able to easily access the programs that you've liked. But let's say I'm ready to explore this program even more and I want more information than what's listed here. If I click on the tile, I'll be taken to the brochure for that specific program. This is where I can find out a lot more information. I see a more detailed program overview. I see brochures and fact sheets that I can open. I see videos that I can watch. And I also see these tabs along the top. These are going to have important information such as where the program is located, what courses are offered, what the courses are like, and also a link to the course catalog where you can find course titles, descriptions, possibly even syllabi. I have a cost tab where I can see a budget estimate for that program. Under practical information, I can find out about housing, student life on campus, and information about traveling to that specific country. And finally, on the Apply tab, I can either start an application or I can just read what it would be like to apply and what my steps would be. But let's say I'm not ready to apply, I'm still just looking for programs, so I'm going to close out of this one. And from here, I can continue to explore these results, or I may decide that 157 programs is just too many. I need to narrow that down even more. So to do that, I would perform an advanced search. I can get to the advanced search tool in a couple of ways. I can either click this arrow and navigate back to the Find a Program page on the left-hand navigation menu, or I actually have a direct link to advanced search at the top. So if I click that, I'll be taken to the advanced search tool, which allows me to really narrow down my program options using various drop-down menus, and I can select things that are the most important to me. For example, if I'm interested in a particular location or semester or area of study or language of instruction. So let's come up with a different scenario. Let's say I really want to go abroad and study in South Korea. So under Country, I scroll down to South Korea, And let's say I'm interested in going abroad in the summer. So I select summer from the term dropdown. And from area of study, I want to focus on programs that offer courses in economics and political science. So I select both of those from this drop-down menu. Once I've done that, I can scroll down to the bottom and I see that I have options for how to sort the results. But I like the idea of them being in alphabetical order by program name, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And click search. The first thing I notice is this blue box. This is going to give me a summary of what I've searched for. So if you see something that doesn't look quite right, you can go back and select different items from the drop-down menus. I see that I have 5 programs, which is much more manageable than 157 programs. So from here, even though it looks a little bit different, I can still navigate to those individual program brochures by clicking these links. So let's say I want to learn more about this program. I click the link and I'm taken to the program brochure, where again, I see a detailed overview, I see videos and tabs, I see links that I can click, even blogs from past participants. So all very helpful information to learn more about the program. But I still want to keep looking, so if I want to go back to my list, I can click the back button and I'll be taken back to those 5 programs where I can do some more exploring and discovering what these different programs are. As you can tell, the advanced search tool is a great option if you really want to narrow down the program options to very specific search criteria. The program discovery tool is great too, but for different reasons. It's a great tool if you're just getting started and want to see what the possibilities are. The last tool I want to mention is the map search tool. Now again, I can navigate to the map search tool in a couple of different ways. I can either click this left-hand navigation menu and find map search here, or I actually have another direct link at the top. So if I click map search, I'll be taken to an interactive map where I can zoom in and zoom out to look at programs offered in specific locations. Let's come up with a third scenario and say I'm interested in exploring programs in Europe. So to do that, I click on Europe, and it zooms into these individual countries that I can then click on and explore more. Let's say I want to start in Spain. If I click Spain, I see pinpoints where programs are located. And on the right-hand side, I see a box that lists all of the programs offered in that country. From here, I can click these links, and that will take me again to those program brochures where I can learn more. Let's say I want to narrow down my options even further and I only want to look at programs in Madrid. I can do that. I can click Madrid and now I get a new box that only has programs located in that city. From here, again, I can explore individual programs or I can continue to navigate the map and explore different parts of that region, different countries, different cities, and I can look at those program listings on the right-hand side. So those are the 3 main search tools that you can use to find programs on the Comets Abroad portal. I hope those demonstrations were helpful as you start exploring the possibilities and narrowing down your options. We've included links to those search tools below so you can get started. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at educationabroad@utdallas.edu.